Good day, everyone. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Desiree Dina Coetzee. I am both a paramedical as well as a permanent makeup artist. So I do both paramedical micropigmentation as well as cosmetic. The reason for me coming to you today is because I often get the question, is this a lucrative business? I know you all are out there Googling and you see things like, oh, people who do paramedical tattooing or people who do permanent makeup make as much as a surgeon or a doctor. I am here to tell you that is maybe 1% of the people in this industry. So how do you start a PMU clinic, a permanent makeup clinic in the state of Florida? Everything I'm going to talk to you about is about the USA and the laws and rules and regulations in the state of Florida. Number one, I think that the market in Florida is a little saturated. I think everybody and their brother and sister and dog does brows and lips, and this is why I'm coming to you. There are so many people out there who's walking with terrible brows, blue, black, gray. I mean, I've seen them orange, red, all colors of the rainbow. So in the state of Florida, I'm going to try and stay focused. I'm going to try and teach you in this video what you need to do before you can start. And if you want to, you can reach out, you can DM. I will have my assistant attach a PDF and we can email it to you. Just ask for it, leave us your email or any contact information, and we will send you a PDF on what we are discussing in this video. So in the state of Florida, even before you register for a class, whether it's one of these 3-day quickie classes or whether it's an in-depth class like with a very reputable company like a Nouveau Contour, where you go and you actually go study it for a few more than just 3 days. You need first of all a bloodborne pathogen certificate. To have that, you cannot be registered as a licensed tattoo artist in the state of Florida without passing. Now, some estheticians also need a bloodborne pathogen. Esthetician, that does not make you a tattoo artist. That just means that you know the dangers of broken skin. You have to have it. You can do it online. You can get it from the American Institute. There is different companies. Make sure it is one that the state of Florida Health Department approved. And I will list their address and website. I've done it in a previous video. Then you have to get qualified as a tattoo licensee. You can only get qualified once you have done actual class and you have actually passed a test. So I have been with a few companies where I studied. Some of them will help you apply for this certificate. Others will just offer you the class and you have to do it yourself. Then once you have that and you want to work for yourself, you do not want to go work with a plastic surgeon or a doctor or anyone. You want to work for yourself. You have to, number one, register a business name so you can get your EIN number, and you go to sunbiz.gov in the state of Florida, and you have to make sure nobody else has that name. So in my case, I had 3 names, and every time they said, sorry, it's too close to someone else's name. My name, Beauty Inc. and Beyond, I literally came up with this within a second. That's it. Make sure your name is not longer than 13 digits when you want that name to be in your email. After you have your Sunbiz registered name, you will have to decide, are you going to be a corporation, a LLC, or an S Corp? I'm an S Corp because I have a CPA. The first thing I did not first buy my pigments. The first thing I did was I employed a CPA. I got the help from a CPA, and then the second person I employed besides myself in my company was a bookkeeper. Okay, then the next thing you do is you get a bank account. You have to have a bank account. You cannot start a business bank account without the EIN number and without the Sunbiz registration. I'm giving you really very, very important information here. Everyone should watch this video if they are considering, even if you're just considering open up as an esthetician. This is how it works in the state of Florida. Then after your bank account, you do not need a website. You do not need to call GoDaddy or whoever and immediately pay thousands for a website. That's not your number one thing. You need a booking system app. There's so many. I will leave the link to Glass Genius. I use Glass Genius. I was advised by a very good friend who's a very good esthetician to use Glass Genius. It's easy, it's simple. They give you a website to start off with. They are on both desktop. You can do it on your computer or on the app. I use the app. You can check out people and they charge a fee for every penny you bring in. They are going to take 2.6%, more or less. It's similar to the banks. You can use, if you're with Chase Bank, you can use their system. I love Glass Genius for now. And I can also put my bookkeeper in there you can have more than one person on one app. You also get Boulevard, you get Square, there's many. You can Google them and you just decide which is best. I will leave the link to Glass Genius. Okay, then you need to get space. People, I'm gonna beg you, please go do your due diligence. Everyone go to these little parlor salon spaces where they give you a room, or they go to, there's so many of these places out there. Those places are gonna eat your money. You think it's wonderful that they charge you weekly $300 for a space? No. Does Warren Buffett get money, pay weekly for a building? Does the doctor down the street pay weekly? No. You look for a space where you can pay monthly, because one week you're not going to make money in the beginning and the next week you're going to make triple. You need, in my opinion, a monthly space. Why do I say it? I speak from experience. I had a parlor salon. I literally worked for those people in the beginning. My first year, I got in, not made, not a profit, $9,000. $9,000. One of my courses I took for just fundamental permanent makeup with Nouveau Contour was $10,000. You see? So do your math and think carefully where you go. Then after that, you cannot start work in that space until you have an establishment license. Your actual establishment, which you work from, the health department, the Florida State Health Department, they're going to send someone to come inspect that space. I'm going to link everything you need for them. You need cavi wipes, you need hazardous special thickness of plastic bags, and on top of that, they are also going to ask you to set up in front of them. So you need an establishment license. How do you get that? You get that by applying for a hazardous waste license. Now, I know of people who do injectables, nurse practitioners who sent away their hazardous, anything covered with blood or needles. You can't just throw those in the trash. There's no way you will contaminate the wool. Illness will break out. And even if you think nobody knows, I'm going to do it from my house, you can't. You're not allowed to unless they approve your house. And to have your house approved, you have to have a separate entrance where you do not pass through your house. So you're going to need a separate entrance with a door outside where nobody comes through your house. You're not allowed to have food there. You're not allowed to mix in a little fridge food and whatever pigment you want to keep there or products, so in a fridge. So they are very strict rules. So how do you get this hazardous license? You just complete a form. Once again, I will link all the important addresses and phone numbers for the state of Florida and the different counties. You just need to leave a remark. I want it, or reach out, leave a remark, and I will find you and we will make sure that you get the PDF with all the information. Then the next thing you need is, now that you have once they come and they actually come and inspect your establishment, you'll get an establishment license and then you can start tattooing people's faces. So there you go. Okay, what do I think is very important for your business, even before you start and before you have all your diplomas, you have your establishment license, and you're ready to start doing your first client? Set up a Google business page. Everyone is going to go to Google. Even if you don't have one Google review, immediately set up a Google page. I am not someone who likes to to do business with friends and family. So I would say do not try to get your business from friends and family. A lot of people do, but be selective who you do. Be very careful who you take on as clients, because in the beginning, those clients can make or break you. You do not need bad word of mouth, and bad word of mouth will break your company. Do you think everyone advertising have all these qualifications I just discussed? I'm sorry to inform you, no. Not every person out there have a Bloodborne pathogen certificate or have a tattoo license, or the establishment is actually qualified and certified. So you have to do your due diligence. Do you think that that lady at the nail salon have an establishment license for tattooing eyebrows or lips or eyeliner? I'll be very surprised. Some, yes. Others, no. Do you think that your friend running a business out of her garage has an establishment tattoo license? I can assure you not. I can assure you, if she doesn't have running water and a faucet in her garage, she does not have an establishment license, because one of the things is that you must have running water and an actual sink. So there you go. Okay, what I will do for you is, once again, we will make sure, if you leave a comment and you just say yes I want, or yes me too, we will reach out and we will make sure you get everything you need to start becoming a permanent makeup artist or a paramedical tattooist. And please subscribe and follow if you're new and you find this information interesting. Have a good day and keep it real. Okay, I would say we should all wake up with makeup. And people, we definitely need more well-trained tattoo paramedical artists, as well as well-trained permanent makeup artists. We don't need these fly-by-nights. And I will tell you, not everyone who gets a license is going to make it. This business can bankrupt you. You need to know your numbers. Okay, please like, subscribe down below. Mention if you would like us to send you a list of everything and where you go in the state of Florida. Okay, bye-bye. Wake up with makeup. Desiree, Beauty Inc. and Beyond.